This is a really historic day. This is an incredible vision. Transport for Wales setting out generational change, comprehensive change, absolutely supported and endorsed by a Labour government in Westminster. And that's the power of two governments, two Labour governments working together. This project has been long in the making. Today we are delivering it, as I say, endorsed and supported. And I'm really pleased to do that as a government. I'm really pleased to do it as an individual, because I know who I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for all the people that need decent transport to get to work, to get to school, to get to education, to see their friends, their relatives, their family, to go to hospitals and the like. All of those people are the people we're fighting for. So yes, this is about rolling stock. Yes, it's about where the lines will be. But it's absolutely about the people all across Wales who will now have the opportunity of decent transport that they haven't had for so long. And what a change that is, because here's a comprehensive plan for the whole of Wales that is going to be delivered. And in the past, under the last government, what we had? We had announcements that were made and then unmade. We had the electrification from Cardiff to Swansea. Good idea by the last government, and then they cancelled it. This is about delivering differently, delivering on a comprehensive package. And if you want to see how comprehensive it is, there is a brochure that sets all this out. Go to page 18 and you'll see a map of Wales, and it shows you exactly where all the connections are going to be. So this is a fantastic opportunity, a fantastic investment. It is a big investment. It's an investment in transport, but it's an investment in people as well, because we must have in our mind's eye all the people that will want and deserve decent transport, because transport is a great enabler. There's so much you can do with transport in terms of building the economy, making sure people are better off. But these big decisions can only be made if you've got a government that has stabilised the economy. And that's why stabilising the economy has been our number one concern as a Labour government. And we've got real evidence now that the plan is working. So interest rates have come down 6 times. That means that mortgages are coming down. And for all of you who are on a mortgage, you know what a big outgoing that is, month on month. So interest rates coming down, huge help to individuals, to families, to all people who've got a mortgage, big help to businesses as well. And you may have seen this morning that inflation has come down again, now to 3%, and it's scheduled to come down further. That will affect all of you, because that's not just a statistic, that is how much it costs to do things when you're in the supermarket, when you're filling up with petrol. All of these things are affected by inflation, and as we're bringing it down, it eases the burden on people, because I'm deeply, deeply conscious that wherever you go in Wales, if you ask people what's your number one concern, they will almost certainly say the cost of living. Making ends meet, making sure I've got enough money month on month to pay my bills and do some of the things I want to do with my life, with my family. And we are doing everything we can to alleviate that pressure, pulling as many levers as we can. Inflation's a big one, because if you get inflation down, it means that those prices are controlled and the bills that people worry about are reduced in terms of their impact. So it's really important that we've stabilised the economy. It's really important that we focus on what else we can do on the cost of living. And for everybody here and across Wales on the national living wage, minimum wage, that's going up again in April. This is good news, because it's more money, as it were, in the front pocket that people can use. For pensioners, pensions are going up again, and we're taking £150 off everybody's energy bill, because I'm deeply conscious that in households, in addition to the shop in the supermarket, the weekly shop, the food shop, it's energy prices that are often cited as a real cause for concern. So being able to take money off energy prices is hugely important as well. So that's our focus. This is a really important day, historic day. And, you know, for all of you working here, it's great as well, because it gives you clarity about the need for your work and more people doing your work, for the supply chains as well. It gives great certainty. They can start investing, and therefore it really helps the economy, one, within the sector of transport, because all of that work will now be needed. Secondly, because transport absolutely facilitates the wider economy. The more people can move around easily, the more they can do business and get to places, and that drives the economy. So a really important day today, but the most important thing for me, for the First Minister, and for you for a moment, is just to focus on the people that we're fighting for, the people that will now have what they're entitled to. So thank you very much for listening to me. I think we're now going to take some questions. So, Eluned, do you want to come back up? Sorry, we've got people behind me. I didn't mean to put my back to you. We've got some questions, I think, from... do you want to put your hands up? Anybody who's got a question? Yes, madam.
Thank you. Hi. I just wanted to ask, how will this drive growth across the UK, and why is that important?
Well, economic growth is the most important thing. It sounds a bit dry, but it's about making everybody better off, because economic growth means we're creating more wealth. The more wealth we create as a country across the United Kingdom, the more money there is in the system. The more money there is in the system, the more we can then use it on projects like this. So it's really important we get that economic growth. I think the two ways I'd say this really drives growth is, firstly, within the sector here in Wales. So anybody working in transport and all the supply chains going into it. So it won't just be transport. You will know from what you do here that there's a lot that feeds in that is not badged necessarily as transport, but is vital to what you're doing. All of that sector will now thrive as this plan is rolled out. That is really good. And the certainty for supply chains, by the way, is a really important point, because once supply chains know, right, there's really good work here for years to come, they will put their money into it in a way that they don't if they think it's uncertain. I think more broadly in relation to your question, I'd say that transport absolutely drives economic growth, because you know, for people, business to business, place to place, skills, people going off training, business is absolutely enabled by better transport. So that's what I'd say. I don't know, anything you would say? Obviously, in Wales, this is a really important initiative in both respects.
Yeah, so 15 years ago, when I wasn't in politics, I spoke to business people in Cardiff and said, what do you need? And they said, we need the South Wales Metro. We've got these super talented people up in the valleys who can't get to jobs. Yep. And that's when the Welsh Government set out a vision 15 years ago. And here's the realisation of that vision today. And people now can get into Cardiff from those valleys communities. They need quality jobs, and that's what can be provided. Yeah. But also you can create jobs in the valleys. So that connection is absolutely critical. And it's about jobs, it's about quality of life, it's about standards. And also, you know, 20% of the people in Wales are disabled. They can get on these trains, but what we want now is to make sure that we look to the future. We had that vision 15 years ago. When the Welsh Government took control, we delivered it. What we now need, what we haven't had for 15 years under a previous government, is that vision from them for where they are responsible. Yeah. And now we have the Labour government in Westminster setting out that vision for the long term. And you've got to hold with these things. This is not stuff you can switch on and off. You've got to stick with it, which is why stable government is crucial.
Yeah, this is so important. And the 10% year-on-year increase in the number of people using the Metro is really significant, because that means that not just the demand that you were told about at the time, but there's more demand. As people feel this is something that works for me, they're making more use of it. And that'll happen across all the projects that we're announcing today. More and more people, when it's reliable, when it's there, guess what? It gets used and it transforms lives. So it's not just one 10% increase, it's 10% year on year. Let's go to another question. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Prime Minister. Is this a vote of confidence in TFW, and are you committed to delivering all the schemes?
we're absolutely committed to delivering on the schemes. And yes, it is about confidence in Transport for Wales. And thank you to the people here in front of us who have worked on this plan, because I know that some of you have been working on it for some considerable time. It is a really good plan. And some of the questions that have come already are along the lines of, is this in it? Is that in it? And the answer pretty much is, it's all in it. This is a totally comprehensive plan. So this is a massive vote of confidence in Transport for Wales. It is a massive confidence boost in the plan itself. And no better way to evidence that than for me to come here to you and to be here, which is what I wanted to do it here in this depot, and say that we, the government in Westminster, are backing it, absolutely supporting it, endorsing it, and being really clear that what that means is it'll be delivered.